Ever been at the park, and there's that one kid who just hogs the swings, like no concept of sharing or letting anyone else have a turn?
Oh, totally.
Drives you crazy. Makes you wonder how come some kids are just naturally, well, a little oblivious. So today we're tackling a big one, humility.
Love it.
We're going to dig into how to raise kind, grounded kids who are the opposite of that swing hogger. And we've got some awesome tips from, get this, pasted text.
Nice. Okay.
Which, let's be honest, can be a bit of a mixed bag sometimes, right?
Well, that's for sure.
But we've distilled some really solid gold advice here. 5 expert tips, actually. So whether you're a parent, teacher, or just, regularly encounter tiny humans in the wild,
Right.
this deep dive is for you.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Tip number 1, model humility.
This is huge.
And it goes back to that kid on the swings, right? That lack of awareness often stems from, well, a lack of humility.
Absolutely.
And the most powerful way to teach it.
Live it. Be about it.
Exactly. We got to walk the walk because kids, they're little sponges, right? They pick up on everything.
Social learning theory. I'm not going to bore you with the jargon.
Yeah, please.
But it basically means kids learn by watching us. So if we're humble, they're more likely to be humble.
It's like if your kid sees you mess up and then genuinely apologize,
Powerful.
that's huge. It shows them, hey, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
It's okay to own up to them.
Right.
Which leads us to tip number 2, teach gratitude.
Oh, I love this one.
Me too. And there's this great line in pasted text that I just loved. It said, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life.
That's good.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be complicated.
Not at all.
Like, how do we actually teach gratitude?
Right. So simple things, right? Like a gratitude journal. You can do it together. Write down one thing you're grateful for every day.
Oh, I love that.
Or even at dinner, go around the table. Each person shares something good that happened that day.
I love that. Weaving it into those little moments.
Exactly.
Okay, tip number 3. Praise efforts, not just achievements.
Yes,
This one can be tough, right?
it is.
Because you get that good report card and you're like, yes, you're a genius.
It's so tempting. You want to shower them with praise.
I know.
But here's the thing. Focusing only on outcomes, that can actually backfire.
Oh, how so?
Well, we want to foster what's called a growth mindset, right?
Where kids understand that it's not just about the A. It's about the effort they put in, the learning process.
So it's not, you're so smart,
It's, wow, you studied really hard for that test and it paid off.
Yes.
Praise the process.
I love that. And it makes them more resilient too, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they learn that setbacks are just opportunities to learn and grow.
And it makes them less afraid to try new things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're not so worried about being perfect.
Okay, tip number 4. This one's huge. Discuss the importance of empathy.
So important.
Thinking back to our swing hogger, right? It's like, where's the empathy for those other kids waiting for a turn?
Exactly. And this is where it all ties together, right? Humility and empathy go hand in hand.
They do.
We have to teach kids to step outside themselves, to understand and share the feelings of others.
So how do we teach empathy? Because it's not always intuitive, right?
Right. It takes practice.
Mm.
But we can start with the books. Reading stories about different types of people, different cultures, different challenges.
I love that.
Talk about different perspectives.
Yes.
Even just asking your child, hey, how do you think that person might be feeling?
That's so good.
Those little conversations can make a big difference.
And then the grand finale, tip number 5, avoid excessive praise.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Isn't it?
It is.
Because, we love our kids, right?
Of course.
We want to tell them how amazing they are all the time.
Yes.
But too much praise can actually be counterproductive.
It can.
Yeah.
Because it can lead to this sense of entitlement.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I deserve all this praise, even if I didn't really earn it.
So it's about finding that balance, right?
Exactly. Acknowledge their strengths, celebrate their successes.
Yes.
But also, don't shy away from giving honest, constructive feedback when it's needed.
Because that's how they learn and grow, right?
Exactly.
So there you have it, 5 powerful tips for raising humble, empathetic kids. And the great thing is, you don't have to do it all at once.
No way.
Pick one that resonates with you.
Start small.
Maybe it's that gratitude journal. Maybe it's being more mindful of the kind of praise you're giving.
You got this.
Exactly. And you know what? As you're working on these tips, think about this. In a world that often rewards self-promotion,
Right.
how do we raise kids who are both humble and successful?
That's the question, is it?
It's a good one.
It is.
It's something to ponder.